Chimafidi non kotu era one radio. Samupe jumpe bietia. Chimafidi non kotu era one radio. Oh, ayum pamchuma. Chimtu asam pamchuma. Chimtu ekratum kuma. Era one, yebo yumpamkuma.
They are four women. They are beautiful with brains. They are eloquent, decent, wise, and experienced. You have heard many, the funny. Now, it's time to hear the experience and the brainy. Meet Selena, Dorcas, Gifty, and Annette as they present the real in common getting. In common biaye sesi chain, a dead, as in takre no assume the dead, the real in common getting. Showing live this and every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Era One Radio on Facebook and on YouTube, Era One Radio and on Taibo channel. Kaise, so we see the real in common getting ya. What brabon tete, we nyan konkonsa, we the real in common getting.
Every child deserves the chance to grow up healthy. In Ghana, many vulnerable children and families struggle to afford basic health insurance. That means sickness can quickly become a crisis. Diaspora Works and Relief Agency, also known as DWRA, is helping change that. Working with Ghana's National Health Insurance Scheme, DWRA helps provide free health insurance access for children in need and supports communities through real outreach on the ground. Your donation can help protect a child's health, restore hope to families, and expand this life-changing work. To give today, call 559-767-1593, email dwrac@gmail.com, send Cash App to $DRAF, or send Zelle to DRAF. Donate today and help protect a child's health and future. Diaspora Works and Relief Agency. Compassion in action.
Hello, good evening, everyone, radio listeners and viewers all over the world. It's another Tuesday, the 16th day of June 2026. Today actually happens to be a very significant day because it's my mother-in-law's birthday. So shout out to Auntie Sophie for her birthday. She's lived a few years.
Shout out to Auntie Sophie.
Sophie, sorry, Auntie Sophia. Auntie Sophie, today is her birthday, so a huge shout out to her. All right, well, sorry. Auntie Sophie, Sophia. You know, in Ghana we call it Sophia, but here is Sophie.
I thought you said Sophie.
If you say Sophia, they wouldn't even understand. But anyway, well, we are back on the Divine Connection show. This is where divinity meets humanity. I think I'm frozen. Anyway, we are continuing with our AI and its application in our biblical studies. I mean, for some weeks now, we've been enjoying what AI can do or what AI is doing. So I'm very proud of the team here. Pastor Robert Akron and our Professor Linda Otu are helping us to make this discussion very fruitful. Well, for some updates, the World Cup is still going on. Prior to the World Cup coming, the world was a little bit gloomy. Gas prices were very high. But then the World Cup came in, FIFA World Cup came in, and at least now we have some excitement going on. I mean, watching these men kick one ladder from one post to one post, and excitement. Of course, you know, US beat Paraguay by 4-1, and today France beat Senegal 3-1. And as we speak now, Iraq is playing Norway, and at 9 p.m., my favorite time for tonight, Argentina is going to play Algeria. I mean, that's Argentina and Algeria. Two beautiful teams that I really love. So I don't know who I'm going to support, but we'll see. Anyway, well, gentlemen and the lady, you are welcome to our broadcast tonight.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening, Reverend Akron.
Thank you,
Linda.
All right, we're supposed to be back here on Thursday, but an unexpected event happened. somebody just decided to just get sick so she wouldn't have to come. But we prayed and prayed and prayed. And tonight she's here. She's well and fit. So we want to thank God for healing power for Prof. Linda. So tonight she's here, very
Amen.
strong to take us through the AI. I don't know whether we had to send the Holy Ghost AI to go and heal her, whatever it is. We
Oh no,
thank God.
TLC, she got a little TLC.
Oh, oh, she got TLC. Okay, all right. We thank God for that. Anyway, well, without much speaking, I don't want to use that overused phrase, much ado about nothing, but I think I just used it.
You won't get into trouble by using it. So
I won't get into trouble, but it's been so much overused, it doesn't taste palatable anymore. Anyway, well, I think, uh, Prof. Sakon, do I just straight away give it to Prof. Linda to take us from here? I think
yeah.
she had a
No,
job to do on Thursday. She had a job to do on Thursday, and she was MIA, missing in action. So tonight we are
but
back.
I
So
think it would be good Dr. Akron say something because he requested for this session.
okay, all right,
So
Pastor Crown,
we
over to
won't
you.
let
What is the task for
You,
Prof. Linda
you,
tonight?
you
yeah.
see, you see,
Mm-hmm.
you see, typical Ghana woman. They want to insult you, they say let's play. Oh, the amazing thing is, last week Tuesday, what you did, I mean, taking one thing one person has prepared, and then getting AI to not only discuss it but expand the scope and the intellectual extracts that one could possibly get out of so seemingly, I mean, a seemingly simple test. And that was amazing. And you even created a podcast out of it. I believe that we are onto something. We are onto something. We are onto something. So you should be given the chance, the exposure, and the platform to really showcase what it is and what is possible. And that's why I stand on it. And I don't mind literally quitting the stage so you can have it all to yourself. God bless you.
All
God
right,
bless you, Reverend.
Pastor Kwan says he wants to quit the stage. Well, I don't know how that is going to
No, no.
happen.
I mean, well, quit the stage is
I'm just joking. I'm
no,
just
no.
joking.
Leave the stage
I'm
now.
just
I'll
joking.
be better off with my
You see
lips
those people
sealed.
who read
Oh
grammar and
Lord,
history in school.
oh Lord, these people. Anyway, I want to welcome Sir Duke Dumasis watching us all the way from Maryland. Sir Duke, you are welcome. All right, so we are learning more about AI. And this is the trending. This is what is trending in these days. After AI, I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know whether they're going to use the alphabet to give us BB or whatever it is. But we are now on AI. How we can use honestly, this AI thing is sweet. I went. I mean, we our work. We have our own AI. I put in some reports, and it just edits for you and does some wow things that earlier on. I mean, Google won't do it, or Grammarly can't do it the same way. So it's exciting. We need to learn it. Just that we have to use it appropriately. I mean, whatever good
Exactly.
comes into our life, the devil also uses to make it negative. So we are
Mhm.
looking at the positive side, how we can use this thing. I mean, to learn the Bible and all that. So probably now go ahead. I'm not going to take too much of your time. Just zoom in.
All right. Thank you very much, and good evening to listeners and viewers. Last week we were looking at how powerful Notebook LM is. Notebook LM is one of the AI tools by Google. Okay, so we know that Google have a cluster of applications that we can use. So basically, last week we saw how we could use the notebook to receive or pick um, YouTube video and to create podcasts to try and understand what the video was about, to turn it into a learning material or a study guide or any other thing. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate here again how to go through that, and then we'll see how we can elaborate more from there and even create a book out of what a simple YouTube video we just watched, all trying to use Notebook LM and other AI tools, all from Google. All right. So I'll go to my, sorry. So I'll, at this point, I'll need to share my screen so we can all see. Notebook LM is a Google product. It's free. Let me put it that way. There is the paid version though, but this is a free and it's free and we can all make good use of that. So this is the podcast we created, but to just save time, I'll need to walk all of us to the steps again. So usually you create a notebook. Okay. So I'll need to go to YouTube and pick the URL as in the address for the video I want to study about or I want to learn from. Okay, so I'll go here to YouTube. Sorry. So I think that last week we were looking for a video by Dr. Akron. So I'll go in like this just to search for the video. Oh my God, I've forgotten the video. Reverend
I
Akron.
have
Reverend,
a lot of videos there.
okay, so you hold on, please. I'm sorry for the search anyway. So so it goes, sorry. It's a video I watched last week. Oh my God.
Go to YouTube and
But I'm in YouTube.
then type Robert Akron.
Okay, sorry, let me start again.
Why did YouTube take Pastor Akron from the system?
You can imagine. I think they
Maybe
use
maybe
Pastor.
it doesn't recognize the Nisaba. The Nisaba is too bookomish.
No,
Okay,
type
let me.
Robert Akron.
Yeah, I did. I think, yeah. So this 8 days old. So this is a video we are talking about. Anyway, sorry for that. Let me post it. Okay. So we'll pick the address. Don't forget, you pick the address here, and then we go back to our notebook. All right. So this is our notebook, the new notebook. Mind you, it's untitled. This is our new notebook we are working on. So I'll paste the address here. Okay. We can add so many addresses, but just this just the video we want to study. If we
Okay.
want more, we have a limit of about 50 for the unpaid, but over about 300 for the paid version. Okay, and so we can have a fast research on this particular video, okay, which is actually a preaching or a sermon by Reverend Akron. Okay, so at this point, we can see something little being said about the video. So there's a little summary. So this transcript features Professor Robert Akron delivering a sermon, blah, 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 blah. So you can see this is just a brief information about what the whole sermon is about. Now, we can ask so many things from there, and the AI itself is suggesting some few questions now for us. One, how does Jesus use logic and conjunctions in Matthew 11? Explain the figurative one whining. So we can, and we have so many questions we can ask from this video. Mind you, we had already spoken about the fact that these AI tools hallucinate. Okay, they hallucinate because we have not guided them on the resources or the sources they should derive their information from. So they are looking anywhere for such information. But this time around, we are deriving the knowledge from the video we have watched. Okay, so we have already studied the part of the notebook LM. We know this is where the sources are, and this is where we can chart the boat, and then this is the studio. So I do not want too much for now. This is what we want to consider. Um, we want to consider um, how do you call it, the AI to generate a podcast for the video. Okay. And in the podcast generation, we can um, talk about the tone of the
Discussion.
podcast. Exactly. We could have a discussion, we could have it as an argument, we could have it as a debate, we could have it as um, a form of inspiration. So
Interaction. Okay.
uh, exactly the kind of our motive will define what the podcast will be about. So maybe just a general argumentative discussion on because Prof always raises some issues that we can argue about. So let's generate some. So let's generate kindly generate argumentative or a debate podcast, okay,
Okay.
on the sermon. Okay. Just something simple. Just
Okay.
that you should know what you are about. All right. So at this time, we have set the tone for the discussion. It's going to be more argumentative, but it's going to use some little time to generate. All right. So, okay. So it's saying some few things. I have initiated the creation of the podcast. All right, in a debate format, logic and then whatsoever. So this is what is going to look at. And if you see here, right, it's already generating the audio for me. So it's going to take a little while to do that. So in the interim, I think what we did last week, we can go and then listen to that whilst we wait for this week's soon. So I'll go back to the logic here. Okay, sorry. I'll go back to the notebook LM. I think what we did last week, I open it again today, but you can see last week dates. So this is what we did last week. So I'll click on that and our podcast. Okay, so I I think I listened to I did two last week. So let me go to the other one and we worked on two. I listened to this one today, so I have more vim here. Let me try and share. I'm trying to play it. Play the
Yeah, I heard some sound coming, but I think it's just stopped.
As new approach of financial text.
please is the sound coming.
No,
Oh, it's coming you.
is your volume up enough?
Yeah. What
Because it looks as if the play mode is not even moving. Okay.
sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah.
Bluetooth mode.
Hello dog.
Yeah. I heard something. Yeah. I heard something. But
Oh, must it work perfectly this please is it working now?
no, Pastor Crow, can you hear anything? I don't.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear something now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's coming, but it just doesn't stay on.
Please, are you hearing me?
But can you hear it?
I'm hearing some faint sounds from the back. I mean, like you can hear
So I
some
think
sound coming.
But
Doctor
Prof, can you
Doctor
hear
Boy,
it yourself? Prof, can you hear it yourself?
yeah, I
Prof,
can hear it.
okay. So we have to find a way. Check your settings and see if your volume your audio is pointing to your local.
In fact, I'm just a bit surprised because this evening I checked and everything was actually working.
That's
Spacious.
Murphy's law. Murphy's law will tell you
Whatever will go wrong
what
will go
can
wrong.
fail will fail, and it will fail at the worst possible time.
Okay, so if you are still can't hear,
That's how they
please
like
can you?
life.
It seems like it's playing, but
Yeah, it keeps cutting, so
Yeah.
I don't get it. Anyway, so Dr. Boyson, I think you have the audio for last week. If you don't mind, you can play it and then I'll proceed with what
Which
I
audio
want
is
to.
that?
The last week I sent it by email to you and you
Oh, the
downloaded it.
email. You did. Let me see. Okay.
Okay. So we are waiting for that, but let's check today's zone. Where is today's zone? Today's zone is this. I'm checking if the audio is ready. Today's zone is still generating. We'll be doing additional exercises to this, but I want Dr. Boyson if you can find it, or I should resend it to you.
Yeah. No, I think I got it. But
Famous, most comforting spiritual quotes in human history, right? Like a verse you've seen inscribed on millions of pillows or framed cross stitches all over the world.
Oh yeah, the stuff
Can
you
you
see in
hear?
your grandmother's house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Taking that and running it through the brutal, unforgiving machinery of a computer science logic gate, because that is exactly what we are doing today. So, welcome to the deep dive.
Glad to be here. This is a really fascinating one.
Yeah, we are looking at Matthew 11:28 through 30. And you probably know the words, or at least the general vibe of them. It goes, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest."
Right. Right.
And traditionally, commentaries treat this as just this ultimate blank check. And they even call it the lazy man's scripture because it sounds like a promise of total glorious inactivity.
Yeah, like you just show up, flip a switch, collapse on the couch, and just completely turn off your brain.
Exactly.
Which, I mean, is a beautifully comforting thought. But our sources today argue that it completely misses the actual mechanics of the text. So what we're looking at today is an incredible paradigm shift.
Okay, let's unpack this. What kind of shift are we talking about?
Well, the materials we're unpacking, they take this ancient figurative language out of the realm of just blind faith, and they subject it to rigorous intellectual analysis. We were talking formal logic, productivity frameworks, and even macroeconomics.
Wow. Okay, that's a huge leap from a cross-stitch pillow.
Really is. The overarching mission of this deep dive is to trace the path from being an individual who merely professes a belief to becoming
Hello.
someone who is highly, undeniably productive.
Hello.
Hold on.
enjoy the fruit of
Logic and
my.
like modern productivity framework to a first-century spiritual text. That feels a bit anachronistic, doesn't it? I mean, the Greeks were doing formal logic, sure, but would an agrarian crowd listening to this back then have understood an algorithmic logic gate?
It definitely sounds like a stretch at first, but until you look at the historical context our source provides, it's hard to see. The text was emerging into a heavily Hellenized world. The Greek influence was literally everywhere.
Right, because of Alexander the Great and all that.
Exactly. And the Greeks were the original critical thinkers, the foundational scientists of the era. They operated on this concept of logos, which means reason, discourse, universal logic.
Okay, so they weren't just taking things on blind faith either.
Not at all. If a philosophy or a teaching was going to survive and propagate in that specific environment, its underlying language had to be incredibly precise. Like it had to hold up to intense intellectual scrutiny. So the source applies the standard tools of formal text analysis to this specific promise of rest.
And that involves looking for very specific structural wires, I guess you could call them, hidden in the sentence. Because in text analysis, there are 5 major logical connectives you scan for to understand how a rule operates.
Right, the fundamental building blocks of logic.
Yeah. So you've got the OR, which is a disjunction. You have implication, which just means one thing leads to another. You have the not, which is strict negation. Then there's the conditional, like a rigid if and only if statement. And finally, you have the AND, which is a conjunction.
And the entire crux of the argument we're exploring today zeroes in on that AND.
Because that AND fundamentally changes the nature of the whole invitation, right?
Oh, absolutely. The source makes this brilliant comparison to a legal contract here. If you study law, you learn to spot restrictive clauses instantly. The verse starts with what appears to be a completely open universal invitation. Come unto me all.
Right. It sounds like a blanket statement. Everyone gets in, doors are wide open.
Exactly. But almost immediately, the text introduces a caveat. The AND operator drops like a heavy steel door. It acts as a restrictive clause. You don't just get to show up. The condition is that you must be laboring AND as
This is
if
too
you
pleasant.
Wait,
because they
so
are
if
not
you're
fighting.
working hard but not carrying a heavy load, or carrying a
Yeah.
heavy load but
In
not
fact,
actually,
in
logical
today's
formula.
one that we are making it
that's wild.
argumentative. When
So
it
this
comes, I'll share it
is
with you.
acting essentially like
Maybe.
two-factor authentication.
Oh, I like that. That is a perfect way to visualize it.
Yeah, think about how 2FA works when you log into your bank. Having the password, which we can compare to the labor here, isn't enough on its own.
Right, you need the phone.
Exactly. If you don't also have the physical device in your hand to receive the text message, which is the heavy load, access is denied. The logic gate slams shut.
It's a perfect analogy. If you are working incredibly hard, digging bitches all day, but you aren't carrying a heavy burden of responsibility, the formula breaks.
And conversely, if you were carrying a massive, crushing psychological burden, but you aren't actually putting your hands to the plow and doing the labor, you still don't
You
pass
don't
the gate.
qualify.
Right, you have to possess both factors to authenticate. Having just one of the requirements means you do not
Yeah,
qualify
it's
for
18
the
minutes. It's
compensation
going to
being
be long.
offered.
Okay, so let's talk about that
Yeah.
compensation.
So how many minutes now? So I can,
It's only 5.
you know, we can pause.
It
Sorry.
does.
We've
But
only made
because
5
of how
minutes.
strict that logical
Okay,
requirement
but then we've gotten the
source
concept.
highlights
We are not
crucial
yet to listen to
qualitative
everything.
difference in the type
So I
of
can
rest
continue
offered.
with what I
The
want to
text actually
do for
describes
today. Or
two-
Dr. Akon, you still
Are
have
you
something
tired
to
of
do?
listening to my
Ghana
voice?
finds massive
Or
oil
listening to
reserves
my
on its own sovereign
fruit of
land.
my
Anyway, you
The
keep
text has
listening
to
to
deal with all
yourself.
the localized consequences.
Environmental pollution, the disruption to local fishing, the infrastructural
I'm
strain.
thinking of this one is
Right. But when the
way.
oil is extracted,
Okay, all right, at least we've listened to some.
Yeah, we've gotten some ideas from that already. Yes, so now let's get back here.
So let me ask, Paulinda. So I know
Yes.
you fed this thing with information that to use Pastor Kron's message and all that. So is everything coming from the sermon that he created,
Just the sermon.
or they interjected from their own words, their own
No. In fact, they can bring words and all that, but then the whole idea is from the sermon.
from
And
the
so
sermon?
the sermon's key things is what they, in fact, if they have to make reference to anything, is the sermon. So this is
This is
where
awesome.
the AI will not hallucinate. So if you are doing a research and you have large volume of articles you have to read and all that, you can just upload it, create your own podcast, ask questions from, and everything will be referenced from your own source and not from the you know
Outside text,
the
not from outside
yes,
text.
yes, no. You see, if Chat GPT and the likes, they will be working from, worldwide tests available to them, so they can hallucinate. But this one is like you have guided the AI to just work with your sources and
Information.
not
Okay,
to, exactly.
go outside, deviate.
Exactly. So I want us to move from this knowledge to additional something else. So I'm trying to share my screen now again, and let's see what we can do with it. In fact, I did the practice just this evening when I was getting ready for the session here. Okay, so we know. Okay, so yeah, this today's podcast is actually ready. Okay, and we can always have it. Okay, so at this point, I'm aware of this podcast. Okay, we can interact with it. What is the name of Pastor Akon? What is this? What is that? What so we can ask so many. Even when you are exhausted with the questions, we can ask the AI to provide us with other things we can ask from the video, and it's going to give us. All right, but then that is not what I want to do now. At this point, we know that we've created some notebook here and we have worked with it. So I'll just go to where can I go to? Okay. I'll just try and then work with Gemini. Gemini is also how do you call it? You see, I did this work
Good. Yeah, I do.
just now. So let me get a prompt to work with. I don't want to go through all the stages, otherwise I'll be boring to you. So um generate. Okay. So I'm just trying to help with the situation, then I'll explain it later. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'll open a new, so this is my Gemini. All right. So I'll open a new chat from Gemini. All right. Don't forget, we have a notebook by a notebook that is talking about the productivity logic and all that. All right. By Reverend Akon. So I'll just come to the plus here. Over here, this don't forget, this is also a tool by Google. So I can bring notebooks here instead of going to my file, uploading files from my drive or whatsoever or any other place. I can come here and include my notebook. So all the notebooks I have are in my
Center.
machine. I have access to it now. Okay. So this is the one we created today, but this is the one we created last week. All right.
Magic.
Last week I think I created two. So I think I don't know which one I can use, but let me go for this lengthy one. It will be more nicer than. So um, I'm going to add this notebook to Gemini, and this is where your knowledge in too many AI tools becomes so essential, and then you are able to do a lot with that. Okay, so mind you, I'm learning two things here. Hey, it's not easily done. So at this point, I am coming to use Gemini and Notebook LM. So Gemini is not going to pick the references from elsewhere. It's going to pick all the references from this my notebook. So I want Gemini to write a book for me, and the book should be centered on the discussion here. All right. So this is the prompt I got. So begin generating the book now. I've not gone through the, so I won't be able to. In fact, I went through to generate the book step by step. So now we can read the prompts and get an idea. So you're an expert ghostwriter specializing in premium Christian leadership, personal growth, and practical theology books, blah blah, like Dr. Miles Morrow or John C. Maxwell and the likes. Okay, and then this is a detailed book. The book should be about the productive Christian, moving from a life of burden to a life of breakthrough, or based on the notebook we created. All right, and this is done by Professor Roberta Kwon. And then the details of the book is outlined there. All right. So these are the prompts we are using to generate the book from Notebook LM. And so let's see what happens. I'm not too sure about that, but I think we can learn a thing or two from this side. So as we are waiting for this, before now I did this. Um, so that is the where I copied the prompts from. So I did this notebook LM exercise with Gemini, and this is the book we were able to generate from how do you call it, the the video, the sermon we actually watched.
Gosh, wow.
So he titled the book "The Productive Christian: Moving from a Life of Burden to a Breakthrough" by Professor
Battery
Akon.
is low. Please recharge in time.
So we are having the table of content, and this is the table of content. I'm not reading, you can read it. And then we get to the introduction, and the introduction is like the misunderstood promise. So if you listen to the podcast very well, you can see that this came out clearly, that yes, Dr. Afon really talked about this issue. All right, so you can read through, and we are getting a whole introduction. We are done with the introduction. Now we have a chapter, the logic of the double condition. So we can read through it. So all these things, Professor Akon said it, and we are making reference from that to create the book. So this time around, you will see that the AI is no longer hallucinating or is picking ideas from elsewhere. It's just concentrating on the tone and then the ideas from the video we watched. So this is an idea, you can pick it and do any, you can pick a PDF, convert it to a podcast, back and forth, create your own books. And next time, maybe I'll show you how we can create a full website after creating some of these things, so you can have a website to work with and all that. All right.
Quick
Just with
question.
AI.
Quick question. So, if you generate a book like this, wouldn't it be considered plagiarizing?
Yeah, we can have a test on it and see the percentage of it, but you will realize that this, most of the times, things from this direction um, bypass AI detections, because a lot of the interactions were from the user before it came to this side. So it's like things you have read and you are trying to. But then I advise that just pick this as a framework, and then you use it to write. So you get a sentence to make sure you read through and change some few things so it becomes yours. Because there is another thing, the AI will edge a lot, okay, and make certain claims, but this side of the AI will be solely really controlled. So in some way, just pick it as a framework and work with it. It's
Yeah, this is
better.
a great film. So, I mean, if you are somebody who gives a lot of presentation, let me just take an example. A pastor like Pastor Kwon did this. You can generate books out of your sermon almost every week.
Yes. To the extent that I even added some mind shift activities. I really gave the prompts. It's not part of the, so we had a mind shift activities, and then we had a quiz to every chapter. Okay, just to keep the reader kind of. So I'm sure the other one we're trying to create is ready. We can go and check. So now you can see this particular one here. All right. So it went, yeah. You don't forget, you see the source. This is the source from YouTube. Jesus promised rest. Pastor Robert Akron. Okay. So this is solely from our source. It's not taking any information from anywhere. Solely from Dr. Akron's work. Right. So go on and go on and go on.
Yeah, you
So
all should team up and start writing books, so because let's say, I mean, this is money.
wonderful. This thing we are doing like this. Today, Reverend Akron is not talking.
No, I'm
I mean,
watching.
he's been, I mean, he's been bamboozled. So, I mean, I am flabbergasted. I can't even say anything because this thing
So
is.
I'm the
we have the conclusion of our book, a manifesto. No, I think he did some additional work. I asked it to do um, the tragedy of the unlearned. I think Dr. Akron said something, and I really, really wanted it. So chapter 5 is elaborating on that, the law of value, and the Wealth of Nations.
Hmm.
Right? Yes.
Can
So
I get can
now,
I get this book? Can I get this book? I need this book.
Reverend Akron, today you are not talking.
No, I mean, Prof, I am I'm speech struck.
So
You were just
how many pages would this be?
Oh, we can elaborate more on that. We can go into
no,
more details and all
but
that.
No, I mean
what
just this one.
my
Just
point is
use a Sunday message of about 45 minutes, and we can get a book, an appreciable number of pages. As for book, then we add a lot of things to it. So
no. Can you send me a copy? I think I would like to read.
I'm selling it.
Ah, and
Selling my
I'll take some
agenda.
royalty. I'll also take some royalty. I need some royalty.
I'm selling it.
Yeah, you should. You should. Just pass me some royalty because this is. I mean, you can get about 80 to 100 pages from this book right there. You
Yeah,
know.
even this program we've been having, it looks simple, but we can do a lot with some of these things. I get the audio or the videos. We can just create flash, so many things.
Ah,
And Notebook LM is powerful. I can't even talk like this, but for all the AI tools, they are powerful. You will need to know how to use them. Okay. But I'll tell you that Notebook LM came to solve a lot of problems. I think the developers saw problems with ChatGPT and the rest, and they wanted to solve it. So we can have our own customed GPT. Let me put it that way. So all the knowledge that we will be having from our tests and all that will be extracted from your knowledge database you have provided the application with.
no, I mean this book should go into production. I mean, Pastor Kwan, let's go borrow some money and put this into production.
We can quickly look at it also by close of this month.
No,
Pastor, Akon,
Yeah.
you know what? I saw I don't need to say this, but just for the purpose of the training. I saw some conference and I was interested in I'd been lazing about it and all that, but just last night I feel like why don't I use AI and use my head to just send send the abstract. And this evening I just received the email. In fact, I changed just about 3 words. It beats AI detection. I use the strategies I'm talking to you about. Just the abstract, about 260 pages. And the paper has been accepted. And they're on my neck. They send me an email. I have to send the full paper by 20th. So tomorrow next, I'm just locking myself to draft the
No,
paper.
I have a book I started writing, but I just paused somewhere. I need to discuss that with you. So AI will help me write the whole thing. You know.
Exactly. This I tell people consider AI as a tool. Before now, our forefathers were doing calculations without using a calculator.
Some of them are using counters and all that stuff.
Exactly. We were washing without washing machine. We were blending, cooking without all sort of
With Asanka, yeah,
gadgets.
Asanka, and
So why did we build blenders, washing machine, dishwasher, just to speed up the
I mean it's
rate at which.
evolution. Yeah, evolution.
Mhm. So these are routine exercises. This is the way we write book. Okay. And so the AI has been trained with the knowledge, with that knowledge. So just an idea, it can, elaborate on it and create something better for us. Knowing how to use these tools will enhance your daily activities. Let me put it that way.
of Linda. I'm coming for private tuition.
Pastor Akwe, I thought you were the top brass. Now you yourself you need teaching. Oh Lord.
No, no, no. It's very knowledgeable. Just that it's not too, with
No,
the
I
application.
mean Pastor Akwe is in a different field. I mean this is something else. You know, I
No,
mean
with the AI, he knows a lot. But these are applications, and I've told you there are over 5,000 AI applications. Every day, new ones come. When the whole project of AI started, I started following them. So I got to know a lot about that. And sometimes I use AI to learn a new AI. So if I want to do something, like I tell people, just pick it as a personal assistant. And hey, don't take it too, an abstract tool or something of that sort. You'll be challenged of using it, but then pick it as a learning aid. So, or just a tool. I ask all sort of questions, and I ask a lot of, so most of the times the AI themselves are teaching me to use another AI to do some work.
I can't dispute Solomon when he said that too much learning is weariness to the soul. I'm already
No, no,
worn out.
no. Dr. Boyson,
I am worn out.
no, Prof, just let me know your fees. I am enrolling. I want to learn. I want to learn. So I am your student, right? I'm your student.
No, no,
Create
no. This
create a
is
time for me for create a tuition time for me.
probably that you are rich, but remember me. I'll take some royalty because yeah. I mean, what you did is a book. I mean, we want to see that book because I have publishers calling me every day and all that stuff, and I just think that some of them are
Like we
scamming. So
can
I
do
don't.
a lot. In fact,
Yeah,
piece wise, you don't do the whole thing like this, but step by step, you can see within a week, if you are very serious, your book will be ready. Your
yeah. I
book
mean,
will be
I see
ready.
why pastors can be rich because the sermons that they preach.
Yeah.
Just get somebody to transcribe. Yeah, that's all they do. Just get a
Exactly.
transcriber. I mean, yeah, I mean, example. Let me just take an example, Dr. Otabo. I mean, he won't have time to sit down and write all his books. He just gets somebody who
Mhm.
transcribes and voila, book is made. I mean,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So
You know,
if you
so these
transcribe,
pastor come preach a message and Brother Linda will help you put it into a book.
Actually, that's what is going to happen. Though. God just didn't bring Prof. Linda our way.
Yeah.
That's what I want to. Right? We have ideas. You getting me? Now we have what you call the complement to the ideas. Right? So, Prof. Linda,
mhm.
I'm your
Now,
student.
now I understand why I was procrastinating on the this thing I wanted to do. I was contemplating, but with this new innovation, my mind tells me that I can use this method to get this thing without. I mean, who said you have to struggle for everything? It's not everything you have to struggle. Some things, you get the inspiration, and then
Normally,
let's just get.
people know, they know the AI tools on separate grounds. Like they know, oh, I can use Gemini to do this, but they don't really know how to link AI to AI and those things. But there's so many things. I could have set Gemini up to just look for materials online for me
Okay.
on this particular book I want to write, and Gemini is going to bring me those books.
I mean, me being somebody who has done a dissertation, PhD, my worry now is how to come up with sources where I'm going to, attribute the sources to who said this and all that. Because at the end of the day, you
It's
don't want
the,
to
it's
plagiarize.
the
You want to make
easiest,
sure.
it's the easiest thing that can be done. But that one I'm selling.
Now your your mouth has wide in power.
I know make
Hey,
those
Charlie,
things. That is my work. Those things
Pastor
are not
Crown.
for they are not for the community.
I
Those
know.
things are my work.
Wow.
So those things we can. I could just give you directions and you'll be fine in no time.
No, the two
Prof.
of us,
Linda,
the two
Prof.
of us are
Linda,
coming to. We are coming to kidnap you.
yeah, Dr. Boyson, let me ask, where did you get this great power from?
I think it's genetics. It's genetic.
I'm amazed. I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised.
I mean, I think it's curiosity. I mean, curiosity that doesn't
Oh
kill
yeah,
the
yeah,
cat,
we
but
all have our curiosity.
Mm.
curiosity to learn
You
and
know,
all this stuff. You know,
I read mathematical science. So
mathematical science. Wow.
yes.
The thing that
So
this man sitting there hates maths. How did you do that?
that's a lot of logic. Oh, can you imagine?
Hmm.
You are even Bible teaching scribe, you are thinking about logic, productive logic.
Ato-
Why
atomic
the
sen- atomic
eh,
sentences.
when the statisticians are running, that is why he is. Don't mind him. Maybe he was afraid of his class teachers, but he's mathematically inclined because he's full of logical issues.
Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of. I mean, to come out with all these
So,
atomic
and me,
sentences
my
and stuff.
math, the maths I'm doing, I'm not doing maths with physics. I don't like physics because I got very horrible teachers teaching me physics.
You should have
So
met
my
Professor
math,
Alute.
well, so mathematically, I'm inclined around the logic functions area.
So you
So
know when the y the x tend to zero and all that
you
stuff.
understand. And so I read mathematical science, completed with maths and computer science. So I did second degree in computer science. No, now when I was in school doing computer science second degree, that is when we were introduced to AI. So
Hmm.
this is about 11 years ago.
Wow.
So we started talking about Alan Turing and John McCarthy and the rest. So we started seeing the works and all that. So I had some interest in AI during that time. Unfortunately, my thesis didn't land in anything AI. Then around 2002, when ChatGPT was finally launched, in fact, a colleague introduced it to me, and finally I got on board. But I was afraid a generation will come to me and tell me I didn't know anything. Because my computer science at the university level was up to my programming skill was up to desktop development. I have to do web application on my own, and I have to do SaaS on my own because the knowledge there was just desktop application. Internet was not a thing in the country, so there was no internet programming. So, what are you talking when it comes to web development? And that time, the phones we were using were not smart. We were
Mm-hmm.
using
The,
Nokia
ya-
30.
the yam and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm talking about 23 years ago. So in school, we were 22 years ago in school, we were not really doing mobile application.
Yeah.
So now I have to do all these things on my own. So when the AI thing came and
You
people are
jump.
like,
You picked up.
hey, then I have to really, because I was always afraid a new generation will come and say, oh, you don't know this, you don't know that. So I have to learn. And I started following everything about AI. Within a month or two, we have over 2,000 AI tools already developed. Now I have to understand why the development and all that. So if you ask where the knowledge is coming from, this is where it's out of
Wow.
fear.
I mean, there's some fear. There's some fear that leads to development. It's. I
No,
mean,
no, no.
some book
I,
that I read. Yeah.
I mean, by way of discussion, Prof, I told you that my number one fear too is the day when I don't have options, right? My
Yeah,
I said I must always be marketable, right?
yeah.
So I'm call it morbidly afraid of irrelevancy. You understand? I can't
When you
for
become
the life of
irrelevant, you
me.
reinvent yourself. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's what I meant by
My
marketable.
greatest fear.
Yeah, I have that fear, so
Mhm.
I can relate. I can relate. Yeah, so now I know that which affects one affects the other. I know.
I mean, you can't afford to be illiterate in this generation. You cannot.
Oh, no, 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 no.
You cannot.
Um, no,
You
No,
your
no,
cannot.
prayer life can change, your marital life can change, your career life can change, your ministry will change. In fact, your presentation style will change if you adapt skills from AI. I'm telling you the truth.
no. Why do you think I will literally sleep? under your bed.
Oh, Reverend, don't come and sleep under my bed.
I
No,
mean, you'll be arrested if you do that. That one I
you
know.
know, I like. Listen, God Himself said, "My people perish for lack of what."
Knowledge.
So I like knowledge,
I
and
think
whenever
our fear is not making mistakes. That is one thing. That is one fear
Yeah,
that
yeah, but
prevents us from going for
Mhm. I'd said it once here. With the usage of AI, we don't have this is the good or the bad way of using it. Every mistake becomes a new style. So even when you make a mistake, the AI will try and help you to correct yourself. So you should not be afraid using it. It's a tool.
I'm again. So Thursday, the second one you couldn't do, you are going to.
this man really want to use you.
Oh,
Can
no,
you
it's not.
imagine?
Dr.
Can
Boyce,
you
at least you and I, we've had about 5 years. You
yeah,
you realize that we've been
exactly.
talking,
but I
right?
can't use this short period to challenge 5 years. So
No, no. What I'm saying is,
No, yours is the speed of overtaking.
we need to project
Dr.
this.
Boykin,
A time will come. A time will come. Will be just as knowledgeable and will
that
now be able to combine the
you on
ideas.
your own.
No,
Hmm.
No,
Pastor Akon has been
that's where you have my.
flabbergasting me with this atomic sentences. I thought that was the end of the world.
Maybe next time we have to do some work in
I
atomic
thought that was the
sentences.
end of the world. Not knowing there's still something behind that.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
if you combine atomic sentences with, because I think Pastor Akon can go more into AI with his atomic sentence, and he will still learn more stuff. You know.
Oh, sure.
I
Dr.
mean,
Boss,
this is awesome. I mean, knowledge is good.
Dr.
Knowledge
Boss,
is good.
when I start applying AI to this thing, you run. Oh.
Oh, that one there. I've already started running. That one there.
And I'm going to become literally.
And Reverend, because this thing is your source, when you pick the book, you realize that you can add more to it, and it will be more meaningful than even me picking your preaching and then developing a book out of it.
No, man, as a maiden book, Professor Linda, can you get out that book? I mean, like rearrange it. I mean, like take all the fluff on the ends and
We
see
can.
how many pages you can get from that book.
Yes, we can.
Because that message itself is a rich message. I mean, the content is
I
very
have
very
I have some questions for you after this program. You aren't running away. I have some questions for you.
Daddy, no, don't say this
okay. All
thing.
right, it's past 7 o'clock. We can end the public discussion and then
Okay.
No, no, but Dr. Boyson, Thursday, she's going to demonstrate the second one. That's a given. Me, I'm not selfish.
I
I
mean,
want to.
the more you do that, the more you make her sick. Then she'll be sick and not show up.
No, no. And listen, we are going to. We
Oh,
will give you
Dr.
the
Boykin,
platform.
stop for me.
You scare her and then she will get sick and she won't show up.
No, we
For
will
me,
give you. We will
Dr.
give you
Boykin,
the.
stop
We will
for
give
me.
you. We will give you the stage, right? For now, you get the platform. I'm not
Daddy, don't
selfish.
forget
No,
to
I mean,
Friday.
I
I'm,
believe
I'm doing
whatever we do here is we are doing
Thursday,
everything
you are doing what?
to the glory
when you
of
do
God.
Thursday,
Friday, I'm
you do.
having a presentation.
No,
You
that's
know,
Friday. I'm talking of Thursday.
Maybe-
We'll discuss your topic. When it comes to creativity, I'm also good. So we'll discuss your this thing, and I will see where I can bring the atomic sentences and the propositions and the event logic and what have you. Don't think I'm lost. Yeah, I'm wowed. Really,
We thank God. We
really
thank God. We thank God for this
swept me
platform and
off
this
my
knowledge
feet.
because nothing just happens by accident. I believe that when
yeah,
uh, when Mordecai told Esther that in the kingdom at such a time as this, there was a purpose. So I believe that God orders our steps and brings us together. And I believe whatever we do should be down to the glory of God. So
Exactly.
our viewers, I want to say, if you haven't met that man called Jesus Christ, it brings liberty, it brings freedom, it liberates your life, and it brings people in your life to help you. I mean, all this thing Pastor Kwan and I started. I told you when I was on deployment to Maryland, and I think Pastor Kwan invited me to come for some, Bible studies. And as soon as he started teaching, I said to myself, God, if I ever have a platform anywhere, this man, I will invite him. And not too
Wow.
long after that, I got a friend to introduce me to Era One, and I said, you know what? I remembered a man called Pastor Kron. I said, you know what? Come, let's
Wow.
do this thing. And it's been, yeah, that was around the COVID time, and we've been here blasting away, and it's been a blessing. And he has been a very faithful teacher. Never asks for a dime, just teaches out of his heart, free of charge. Thank God we have our job that I mean, God has given us a job that we get paid, so we don't even hustle about whether we get anything here or not. I mean, we are not after those who are monetizing Facebook and all that. We are content with what God did, but getting money will help do other things, but that is not the ultimate. But this man sacrificially come to teach every Tuesday and every Thursday. And thank God, at least we can still pay our bills. So, Pastor Kron, I still salute you. And Prof. Linda, thank you for joining us. We can do more. And these teachings, some people may take it for granted, but you can't get this AI teaching for free just like that. This is good knowledge. So we thank God for this interaction. Well,
Amen.
all right, we'll sign off, and then maybe Prof. Linda, you stay on for a minute, and then we'll do the honors and leave. So, well, listeners, it's been a pleasure having Pastor Con and Prof. Linda here teaching us how the Bible, how the
Prof,
Bible. Yeah, she's not living here. We'll sign up, but then.
no,
Bye
I'm
bye.
blowing her a kiss.
Okay.
I've been swept up off my feet, and
Thank
I'm
you very much.
bowing.
Exactly.
This is awesome. So, well, we'll see you again Thursday. If Professor Linda doesn't get sick, because Pastor Kron scared her, if she
She's
doesn't
not.
get sick, she will come on
She's
Thursday.
not. She's not getting sick.
You've
In the name
already
of Jesus.
activated her hormones to go to another level. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let me sign off, and then we'll do what we have to do. Meanwhile, I'm looking forward to the match from between Argentina and Algeria. I want to see Messi again play. So, and then
Where do you watch it? Where
next
do
week.
you watch it?
Oh, I have a channel on my cable. Yeah, we can talk about
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah. Next week Ghana is coming live. Ghana will be playing Panama, so be praying for them. And partake.
Is it not tomorrow? Is it not tomorrow?
Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow is when?
Yeah.
17th. Oh, I think so. I think it's tomorrow, huh? My bad, sorry. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
And Partey has been released. They refused him visa from going to Canada, but I hear
No, no, it's
he's
been
he's
granted
been
now.
released. He's been,
It
so
has been
tomorrow is
granted.
tomorrow is going to be on the field. So we'll see the wonders that will happen. Yeah. Go
Yeah.
and support him. So we'll see Ghana live tomorrow. I mean, I know US is safe. We had our 4-1, so now I'm supporting US and Ghana, and I hope they keep me. We can watch
So
for a long
tomorrow,
time before
Ghana
Ghana
and who?
and Panama.
Oh,
Panama, we'll see.
severe massacre. Severe massacre.
Well, now you can't direct any team. Oh, you
That is
cannot.
it.
You
Oh,
cannot
then
direct.
let's pray for them. I think that will be fine.
We will pray.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, viewers. On behalf of Pastor Crow and Professor Linda, thank you for staying with us. Thank you, my brother Duke Dumashi, and everyone that is watching us. Please go back to YouTube or Facebook. You still get a clip. Enjoy AI. It's a pleasant thing. I mean, knowledge has come, and I
Amen.
keep telling Pastor Cron said that when knowledge abounds unto you, change your database. Now, if you are selling gobe or Gary at the junction, then use AI too. Let do stuff that will bring you more customers.
It's
I mean,
true.
these things are changing, so change yourself too. Be a chameleon. When your enemies are coming and they are wearing red attire, you to change red so that you blend with the system. Be a chameleon. Let AI help you, and above all, let the Spirit of God dwell in you and help you. In Jesus' name, Amen. All right, we'll sign off and then we'll talk behind stage for now. Bye bye.